cryptography and network security introduction. Generally, we know very well about cryptography. Every day we using cryptography. The general name of cryptography is secret writing. The meaning of secret writing in the sense, whatever the original information we have, so that information is converted into some other form. So that kind of information, what we call cryptography. The meaning of cryptography is nothing but secret writing. Already, every day we are sending informations from one person to another person's secretly in the sense, by convert that information into some other form. We send information from one person to another person. So that kind of information, what we call cryptography. So that is the general definition of cryptography. So now today we are going to discuss about different types of concepts available in the cryptography and network security. So you can see the screen. So before going to discuss about different types of concepts available in the cryptography and network security, here we have different types of security concepts. So the first one is computer security, and the second one is network security, and the third one is internet security. My screen కనపడుతుందా అందరికి?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first one is computer security, second one is network security, and the third one is internet security. Whereas comes to first one is computer security. The meaning of computer security in the sense, collection of tools designed to protect data from the hackers. So that kind of information, what we call computer security. The meaning of computer security in the sense, there we collect multiple number of tools, and each tool is used to protect data from the hackers. Already we know very well about in computer security. Whenever if you take two parties like sender and the receiver, whenever sender is sending information from sender to receiver, during the transmission of the information, third party is trying to verify the information, or is trying to look up the information, whatever the information exchange between two parties. So that is the problem with communication whenever two persons are communicate with each other by using some particular network. To avoid that kind of information, there we use different types of securities. In that, the first one is computer security. So for that reason, we use the computer security, that is collection of tools. There we collect multiple number of tools, and each tool can be used to design to protect data from the hackers or to protect data from the opponent. So that kind of security, what we call computer security. So that is the first one. And the second one is network security. So here the definition of network security is, it will measures to protect data during the transmission. I already told you that in computer security, one person is trying to sending information from that person to another person. So during the transmission of the information, the meaning of during the transmission of the information in the sense, in that time, it may or may not two persons locate at the same location. So one person may locate in one particular person, and another person may locate at other that what we call other location. So
Sir?
locations are different.
సార్ ఒక్క నిమిషం సార్. ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ 7 మెంబర్స్ ఉన్నారు సార్ జాయిన్ అవడానికి. వాళ్ళకి లింక్ యాక్సెస్ అవ్వట్లేదంట. ఎలా జాయిన్ అవ్వాలంటున్నారు? ఒకసారి మిమ్మల్ని అడగమన్నారు సార్. గ్రూప్ లో పెట్టారు. 7 మెంబర్స్ ఉన్నారు. క్లాస్ వినడానికి వాళ్ళు లింక్ యాక్సెస్ చేస్తున్నా అవ్వట్లేదంట సార్.
సరే సరే, తర్వాత వీడియో వస్తుంది, మీరు వినేసేయండి. వీడియో వస్తుంది, వీడియో పంపుతుంది.
ఓకే సార్.
Okay, so next one is network security. So network security can be used to protect data during the transmission. That is, whenever information is sending from one person to another person, during the transmission of the information, opponent is trying to look up the information, or opponent is trying to whatever code what we call exchange between two parties. So to protect information in that situation, that is at the transmission time, we use one security. So that is what we call network to security. So that is the second one. And it comes to third one is internet security. So like network to security, internet security is also measures the data during the transmission, but here we additionally use some collection of interconnected networks. So that kind of security what we call internet security. In network security, there we only protect the data during the transmission. Here also we protect the data during the transmission, but that will protect the information by using different types of interconnected networks. That's why it is simply called it as internet security. So these are the three different types of securities available in the cryptography and network security. I repeat once again, the main purpose of computer security is collection of tools designed to protect data from the hackers. So that is the first one. And the second one is network security. The main purpose of network security is to measures the data or to protect the data during the transmission. So that is the second one. And the third one is also same like second one, but here additionally use some interconnected networks to protect data during the transmission. So these are the three different types of securities we find out in the cryptography and network security. So here, the main purpose of this course, that is the main purpose of cryptography and network security is it consists of measures to detect, prevent, correct, and security violations that involves the transmission. So here, the main purpose of our course is we prevent the data or we detect the data or we correct the security violations during the transmission of information between two parties. In the picture we can able to find out there is some computer system. One person is providing security to that system. So we find out this kind of scenario at the borders. Whenever if you take borders between two countries like India and China. So soldiers, they are protecting the what we call their country's borders. So that kind of information we find out here. So the main aim of this course is that like that one. So here, the first concept in cryptography and network security is OSI security architecture. I already told you many times in the class the full form of OSI. Already, all of you know that we have aware about our, in computer networks, OSI security, what we call OSI reference models are there. The full form of OSI is Open System Interconnection. What is meant by Open System Interconnection? The meaning of Open System Interconnection in the sense, whenever if you take two parties, so two parties transparently or between two parties physical connection can be exist. So through that physical connection, one person can able to communicate with the other person and other person can able to communicate with the other person. That is, they are transparently or by using the some physical connection, they can communicate with each other. So that kind of model what we call OSI reference model in our language. There we use 7 different types of layers to transmit the data from one person to another person. Okay, na? So that is the information regarding OSI. So here the OSI in OSI security, there we find out mainly 3 different types of information securities. So OSI security architecture includes 3 different types of security informations. Whereas comes to first one is security attack, and second one is security mechanism, and next one is security service. Whereas comes to first one is security attack. So here we can able to or we can see the definition of security attack on the screen. That is any action that compromises the security of information owned by an organization. So what is the meaning of this one? The meaning of security attack in the sense, whenever if you provide some security to the users, so to the users in the sense at the sender side and the receiver side. when we provide security to the two persons, when third person is trying to compromise whatever the security provided by the first person and the second person, that he is trying to what we call hack the information. Hacking the information in the sense that particular person can able to use by using multiple number of tools, or that particular person trying to what we call retrieve that information, or stealing that information by using different types of mathematical algorithms, whatever it is. Here the opponent main aim is to compromise the informations at the sender side and the receiver side. Whenever sender or receiver, any person can compromise with the opponent, so that kind of information what we call security attack. So that is the first one. I repeat once again: security attack in the sense any action that compromises the security of information owned by an organization. So that is what we call security attack. That is the first one. Now some disturbance is there. Audio. Some disturbance is there. And second one is security service. Enhance security of data processing systems and information transfers of an organization. So here the meaning of this one is we processing the system information during the transmission. So here the meaning of this one is whenever sender is ready to transfer the information from sender to receiver, or whenever receiver is ready to transfer the information from receiver to sender, there we enhance the security mechanism exist between both the sender and the receiver when they are ready to transferring some information from source to destination, or from receiver to sender, whatever it is. So this kind of mechanism what we call security services. So here we can able to find out different types of examples for that one. For example, have signatures, or for example there we mention dates, or sometimes there we need to provide some disclosure mechanisms, or there we use tampering. Multiple number of informations are there in security service. So the all these what we call different types of services. So that is the second one. And comes to third one. Third one is security mechanism. So here the main purpose of security mechanism in cryptography and network security is to protect data or to prevent data from the security attack. I already told you that what is meant by security attack: compromise any information owned by an organization. So owned by an organization in the sense, so there we personally observe that information, or within the organization. So that person's compromise with the attacker. So attacker is trying to attack the information by using different types of mathematical what we call algorithms, or by using different types of mathematical what we call formulas. So whatever it is, in various ways opponent is trying to hack the information. So in that time, whenever any organization or any sender or receiver compromise with the attacker, so that kind of information what we call security attack. To detect that kind of information, that is compromising information detection, or to prevent that compromising information, or we recover that information from the security attack. So for that reason we use one more concept, that is what we call security mechanism. So these are the three different types of aspects we observed in the OSI security architecture. The full form of OSI is open system interconnection. So in that, there we find out three different types of information aspects, where the first one is security attack, and second one is security service, and third one is security mechanism. The meaning of security attack in the sense, any action that compromises the security of information owned by an organization. So whatever the confidential information, or whatever the information owned by an organization, that information is compromised with the attacker. So that kind of information what we call security attack. So second one is we enhance the security of data processing information system or other systems when transfers the information from one party to another party. So that kind of information what we call security service. And the third one is security mechanism. So this can be used to detect the information or prevent the information or recover information from the attacker, whatever it is. So these are the three different types of mechanisms we observed in the OSI security architecture. So that is the third one. Next comes to security attacks. So there we there we can able to find out two different types of attacks. In the diagram, we can able to find out the first security attack, that is passive attack. So we discussed about active passive attack information, and another attack is there, that is active attack. So these two attacks informations we discussed briefly in later classes. So here just I want to tell the information regarding passive attack and the active attack. So so here comes to in the diagram we can able to find out three different types of persons. So here sender is Bob.
సార్
Hello.
స్లైడ్స్ మూవ్ అవ్వట్లేదు సార్.
మూవ్ అవుతున్నాయి కదమ్మా.
ఇక్కడ స్క్రీన్ కనిపించట్లేదు సార్, మూవ్ అవుతున్నట్టు. డెఫినేషన్ స్క్రీన్ ఒకటే కనిపిస్తుంది సార్.
స్లైడ్స్
ఓకే సార్, కనిపిస్తుంది సార్.
ఇలా కనపడుతుంది. ఓకే, అయితే ఇలా వస్తుంది. సో హియర్ కమ్స్ టు యాక్టివ్ అటాక్. సో వాట్ వి కాల్ passive attack. So in passive attack, there we can able to find out three different types of persons. Okay, so first person is Bob and second person is Alice. So between two persons, third person is Darth, that is D is the third person. So here we have three different types of persons are there, B, A and D. Okay, so here sender is B. B is trying to send some information from B to A by using what here, by using some internet or some other communication facility, that is to communicate with the receiver. Sender can able to select any type of information. Okay, so any type of some communication facility. Okay, so here whenever sender is trying to send the information from sender to receiver, during the transmission of the information, here in the picture we can able to observe the third party reads the contents of the message from Bob to Alice, that is from B to A. So whatever the information exists between two parties, so third person is trying to compromise that that particular information. So that is what we call in our language what we call security attack. So in that first one is passive attack. Here this third person main responsibility or main person main what we call purpose is that person can only observe the information, whatever the information exchange between two parties. That person may not alter the information, or that person may not modify the information. Just the main purpose of that person is just look up the information, whatever the information exchange between two parties. So that kind of attack what we call passive attack. Okay, so that is the first one. So next classes we discussed about passive attacks very briefly. Okay, and next one is active attack. So here in passive attack, the main purpose of third party or the main purpose of opponent is to look up the information. So are observing the information, whatever the information between two parties. Okay, so here comes to active attack. So it is completely differed from the passive attack. So here like same persons, Bob is trying to send information from B to A, and the third party is there, that is opponent is there, the opponent is D. So here the functionality or the main responsibility of third party is different from the passive attacks. Passive attacks lo edaithe manaki darth lo information undo, akkada darth information, ikkada darth information different. Okay, so here Darth captures the message from Bob to Alice, later reply message to Alice. So what type of information here we observe? Whatever the information sending from Bob to Alice, that information may not directly goes to the allies, but that information received by the dark. Am I correct or not? Ma వినపడుతుందా? హలో హలో,
Yes, sir.
మీరు రెస్పాండ్ అవ్వాలి. ఓకే, వినపడుతుంది. డయాగ్రామ్ కనపడుతుందా?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here whatever the information sending from Bob to allies, actually the main purpose of Bob is Bob wants to communicate with the allies, that is B wants to communicate with E. But here scenario is different. So what type of scenario here we observe? Whatever the information sent by the Bob, that information is received by the D. So dot. So here after receiving the information, dot is trying to can alter the information or can modify the information or can manipulate the information. In passive attack, there is no chance to modify the information or there is no chance to alter the information, whatever it is. The main purpose of dot is there is only observes the message. But in active attack, dot can able to alter the information or dot can able to insert the new information into the existing one, or that can able to manipulate the information, whatever it is. So this kind of facility we find out in the active attacks. So this kind of mechanism what we call active attack. The main purpose of passive attack and active attack is, in passive attacks, that is opponent can only look up the information, or opponent can trying to look up information, whatever information exchange between two parties. But here comes to in active attacks, opponent can able to alter the information, modify the information and manipulate the information, whatever it is. So that kind of attack what we call active attack, that is the second one. And it comes to next concept. Next concept is we discussed about brief information regarding different types of attacks available in the cryptography and network security. Later comes to second concept. The second one is security services. So in security, already we know very well about what is meant by security service. A security service is not that can be used to enhance the security mechanisms of any data processing system when transfer the information from source to destination of an organization. That kind of information what we call security services. So there we can able to find out multiple number of security services. So here we can able to find out different types of systems offered by the security services, like X.800. It is one type of system, and next one is RFC. The full form of RFC is anyone. What is the full form of RFC? Anyone can unmute the audio, can tell what is meant by RFC. What is the full form of RFC? Anyone? Hello? 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 Hello?
Sir.
Anyone?
Or
Anyone can tell what is the full form of RFC? Okay. సరే సరే వినండి అమ్మా, మీకు వినపడుతుందో లేదో నాకు వెంటనే నాకు ఆన్సర్ రావాలి.
Okay, sir.
So the full form of RFC is remote function call. Already we know very well about remote function call in what we call in core Java. Okay. So here we can able to find out different types of systems. So first one is X.800 and second one is RFC 28 and 28. And it comes to different types of services offered by the X.800 system. So the first one is authentication. What is meant by authentication? Anyone in the class? What is meant by authentication generally? What is meant by authentication? Anyone can unmute your audio and can tell what is meant by authentication.
ఐడెంటిఫై చేయడం అనుకుంటా సార్.
ఐడెంటిఫై. ఎవరు చెప్పింది ఆన్సర్?
ప్రీతి.
ప్రీతి. ఓకే, ఐడెంటిఫైయింగ్. నెక్స్ట్ ఎనీవన్?
Authorized person.
మా ఎనీవన్?
Authorized person.
authorized person. ఎవరు ఆన్సర్ ఎవరు చెప్పింది?
జహ్రాబీ సార్.
Jahrabi, authorized person. Okay, next, anyone?
కమ్యూనికేట్.
Communication, 50% correct. ఎవరు చెప్పింది?
శివాని సార్.
Okay, very good. I will tell the information regarding authentication. So here, generally authentication is nothing but verification. We simply call it as authentication is nothing but verification. What is the meaning of verification? The meaning of verification in the sense, so whenever if you take two communicating partners like sender and the receiver, so whenever sender wants to communicate with any other person, sender need to verify the information whether that person has some communicating, exchanging information with the sender or not. So when that person has the communication channel between sender and the receiver, then only sender can able to communicate with the receiver. So that kind of information what we call authentication. There we verifying the information or validating the information. So that kind of information what we call authentication generally. But whereas comes to security services, authentication in the sense, it is nothing but an assurance that the communicating entity is the one claimed. What is meant by claim? The meaning of claim in the sense, I already told you that multiple number of persons, whenever any person wants to communicate with the other person, first of all, that person should register in the sense, whenever if I want to make a call with the Shivani, first of all, I have number of Shivani in my mobile. Then only can I can able to communicate with the Shivani. Otherwise, it may not. So they getting partner. There I verifies the my all information. If I have the Shivani number, then only I can proceed to make a call with the Shivani. Otherwise, may not. So that kind of information what we call authentication. Assurance. It is nothing but an assurance that communicating entity is the one that claimed, where I verified whether that particular person number is available in my mobile or not. Verifying information is nothing but authentication. That is the first one. And the second one is access control. What is meant by access control? Anyone? What is meant by access control? Generally, what is meant by access control? What is meant by access control? Anyone?
ఒక పర్సన్ అనదరైజ్డ్ పర్సన్ అయితే కనుక తన ఏ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కావాలి అనుకుంటున్నాడో అది యాక్సెస్ అవ్వకుండా కంట్రోల్ చేయడం సార్.
వెరీ గుడ్. ఎవరు చెప్పింది?
మమత.
Very good. 100% correct. So here, access control in the sense, prevention of the unauthorized use of a resource. So the meaning of prevention of unauthorized use of a resource in the sense, whenever if you have multiple number of resources, whenever any person wants to use that particular resources, or any person is trying to retrieve that type of resources information from you. So when we give permission to access that resource, when you know that person or when that person is well known to you, then only we can able to give permission them to access that information. Am I correct or not? So here we prevent the information. Why we need to prevent the information? I already told you that in computer security, the main purpose between source and the destination is, source is trying to confidentially sending the information to the receiver, and receiver is also confidentially receive that information. So whatever the information exists between or exchange between two parties, that may not known to the opponent. So that is the main purpose of sender and the receiver. Whenever opponent is trying to access that information, already we discussed about two different types of attacks. So what is the main purpose of that two attacks? They are trying to attack the whatever the information exchange between two persons. So whether it is passive attack or active attack, that is the secondary thing. But that persons are trying to accessing that information. That type of accessing can be denied when we use the security mechanisms. that type of information what we call accessing control. That is, whenever any person is trying to accessing the resources of a particular system, so that particular person's information will be verified by using the authentication. When that particular person is the communication partner, yes, that person can able to access the information, can use that information. When that particular person may not have the authentication mechanism, here this mechanism may not provide any type of permissions to access that information. So that is the meaning of access control. That is prevention of the unauthorized use of a resource. So that is the second one. And comes to third one. Third one is confidentiality. So what is meant by confidentiality generally? Anyone? What is meant by confidentiality generally? Anyone? Anyone? Hello?
సార్ ఏదైనా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ని ఎవరికి తెలియకుండా హైడ్ చేయటం కాన్ఫిడెన్షియల్ గా ఉంచడం అంటారు కదా సార్.
Very good. So here the meaning of confidentiality in the sense, generally we simply say that confidentiality is nothing but hiding the information. To hide the information in the sense, there we are not hiding the original information. By using the different types of mechanisms or different types of tools, we hide that information. That is different types of mechanisms and tools in the sense. So whatever the original information we have, we convert that information into some other form, then we hide. So whenever other person when look up that information, that person may not knows the information. That is whatever the original information is there. For example, hi, how are you? If I want send information from source to destination, hi, how are you information. Instead of hi, how are you, there I use some 1, 2, 3. So whenever third person or hacker is look up my information, hacker can only find out 1, 2, 3. He don't know about what is the original information regarding 1, 2, 3. But originally 1, 2, 3 includes what type of information? Hi, how are you? So that kind of mechanism what we call confidentiality, data confidentiality. We confidentially sending information from source to destination by using different types of security mechanisms. So here you can able to find out the definition, that is protection of data from the unauthorized disclosure or unauthorized person. There we protect the data. Why we convert that information into 1, 2, 3? Why don't we send hi, how are you transparently? Due to security problems, we may not send hi, how are you information from source to destination. But instead of that one, there we use another mechanism. That is original information is converted into some other form like 1, 2, 3. We transfer that information. Why we transfer that information? To protect data from the unauthorized persons. So that kind of information what we call data confidentiality. That's why we confidentially sending data from source to destination. Already we know very well about how we confidentially sending data from source to destination. Day by day we are in our daily life we are sending multiple number of messages to your friends or well-known ones in a confidential manner. Already we know very well about that one. So that is the data confidentiality. And the next one is data integrity. So what is meant by integrity? Data integrity, anyone? Already we know very well about data integrity, or we discussed the in what we call database management system. What is meant by data integrity? Anyone? Data integrity. Hello. Hello.
Sir.
Hello. Anyone in the class? What is meant by data integrity? No one. Okay. So here, data integrity is nothing but data, what we call correctness. Data correctness is nothing but data integrity. Or data matching is nothing but data integrity. What is the meaning of data correction, or what is the meaning of data matching? So here data matching or data correction in the sense, whenever between two parties like sender and receiver, when sender sending the information from sender to receiver, after receiving the information, receiver will verify what type of information came from the sender. When receiver communicate with the sender, whatever the information sent by the sender and whatever the information received by the receiver, when receiver has the same information, whatever the information having a sender, that kind of information what we call, that kind of data what we call data matching. At the sender side and receiver side, we find out the same data. That is what we call data matching. That is what we call data correctness. So here comes to data integrity in cryptography and network security. That is assurance that data received is as sent by an authorized entity. So same in the sense, whatever the information sent by the sender, we find out the same information at the receiver side. How can we tell we find out the same information between sender and the receiver? When they are authorized persons in the sense, when sender is the communication partner of the receiver, or when receiver is the communication partner of the sender, then only we can say that persons are authorized persons. Am I correct or not? Already we know very well about one example. In a class, whenever if I want to tell some information regarding like security services, so in our class 46 members are there, second MSc students 46 members are there. So whenever other person wants to enter into your classroom and sit in the classroom, so when that person belongs to some other course, am I give the permission to sit that particular person in the classroom? No. Why? There I verify the information, that particular person's information. So that particular person is belongs to some other group, so that person has no authorized person to sit in the second MSc class. So that kind of information what we call data integrity. So that is the next one. And next one is non-repudiation. So here, so this is the new one to you. Non-repudiation in the sense, protection against denial by one of the parties in a communication. What is meant by, already we know very well about DOS, what we call DOS attacks, denial of service attacks. The main purpose of denial of service attack is disrupting the network or disturbing the network, whatever the information or whatever the network information exists between two parties, to disconnect the network occurred between sender and the receiver. That kind of attack what we call a DOS attack. So these are, that is the information regarding different types of security services so available in the cryptography and network security. So here comes to next one, security mechanism. Already we discussed about security mechanism. The main purpose of security mechanism is, what is the main purpose of security mechanism? That can be used to protect data or prevent data or recover from the security attack. So here, what is the meaning of detecting the data? The meaning of detecting the data in the sense, whenever sender is ready to sending the information from sender to receiver, whenever an attack is occurred, it will notify that information. So what type of what type of error occurred between sender and the receiver, or what type of problem occurred between sender and the receiver? Identifying the information or notifying the information is nothing but detection or detection of the information. Okay. And second one is prevention of the data or prevent whatever it is. What is the meaning of prevent? The meaning of prevent in the sense, after identifying the problem, we are trying to rectify that problem. So rectifying that problem by using different types of, already I told you in computer security, multiple number of tools or collection of tools can be used to protect data from the hacker. So here we prevent data from the hacker by using the different types of tools, or by using the single tool, or by using the different types of algorithms, whatever it is. So that is the second one. And the next one is recover from the security attack. That is, we detect data from the security attack and we prevent data from the security attack. Next one is recover from a security. The meaning of recovery in the sense, again we get the original information by using the different types of tools. We get the original information, or we got the original information, whatever the information we have in previous what we call that is as the original information. So at the receiver side and the sender side, we find out the same information. So that kind of information what we call security mechanism, or that kind of information what we call, we recover the information from the hacker, whatever it is. So these are the things we observed in the security mechanism. So we can able to find out the example for security mechanism in use. Cryptographic techniques, further classes we discussed about what are the different types of cryptographic techniques. So that cryptographic techniques what we call security mechanisms. Next to comes to security mechanisms. So in security mechanisms, there we have mainly two different security mechanisms are there. The first one is specific security mechanism, and the second one is pervasive security mechanism. So here, what is the meaning of specific? The meaning of specific to the particular one, only some particular one, we apply the security mechanism. To the security, వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుందమ్మా. ఇప్పుడు
సార్
వినపడుతుందా?
సార్
హలో,
వినపడుతోంది సార్.
Okay, good. So specific security mechanism in the sense, to a particular person, there we provide the security mechanism. So pervasive is opposite to that one. So in say specific security mechanism, there we can able to find out different types of mechanisms like encipherment. We discussed about what is meant by encipherment in the next classes. Next one is digital signatures. I already told you the digital signature in the sense where that information came from, to whom to send. If you want to send information from source to destination, there we need to find out there we need to mention the some signature. Or whenever if you for example, generally we say, whenever if you want to make a call from one sender to receiver, first of all we need to pick up the number of the sender, then we trying to make the phone call, then that information is forwarded to the receiver. At the receiver side, receiver can able to find out where from where it came from. That is it will that particular receiver can verify the information regarding the sender. Am I correct or not? So that kind of information what we call signature. Signature in the sense, we can able to find out that information very easily. Sender knows the information about the receiver, and receiver knows the information about the sender when they have the authentication and authorization mechanism. Am I correct or not? So that is the second one. Next one is access controls, is also example for the specific security mechanism, and data integrity is also example for the specific security mechanisms, and authentication is also example for the specific security mechanisms. And next one is exchanging the information is also example for the specific security mechanism. And traffic padding, already we know very well about padding in computer networks. What is meant by padding? Anyone? What is meant by padding bit?
ఎక్స్ట్రా బిట్స్ ని యాడ్ చేసి పంపిస్తారు కదా సార్ రిసీవర్ సైడ్.
ఎవరు, మమతానా?
ఎస్ సార్.
Very good. So padding in the sense extra bits in the sense, already we know information can be transferred between sender and the receiver in some times, or that is in most of the times we send the information in the form of packets. So multiple number of packets of information we are trying to sending information from source to destination. Already we find out this information in network layer. Okay, so when receiver receives the information, receiver sometimes receives the duplicate information, or receiver receives the damaged packets of information. So when receiver receives the damaged packets of information, we fulfill that damage with the new bits. That bits what we call padding bits. So that is what we call padding. So this kind of padding occur during the that is running or transmitting of information between source and the destination this kind of scenario we find out. So that kind of information what we call traffic padding. Next one is routing control. So to controls the routes, there we use there some different types of routing algorithms already we know. Next, notarization. So this concept we can discuss about the later classes. So that is about the information regarding specific security mechanisms. That is the first one. And next one is pervasive security mechanism. So in pervasive security mechanism is different from the specific. Why? Specific is will specifies the a particular person, or that is only used for single one. If I want use security mechanism for multiple, so in that situation we move to another security mechanism, that is pervasive security mechanism. So in pervasive security mechanism, there we have different types of concepts are there, like trusted functionality. Next one is security labels. Next one is event detection. Next one is security audit trails. Next one is security recovery. So these are the things we observed in the pervasive security mechanisms. So that is about two different types of security mechanisms we find out in the cryptography and network security. One is specific security mechanism, and next one is pervasive security mechanism. So here, whereas comes to first one is specific security mechanism. In specific security mechanism, we have different types of concepts are there, where the first one is encipherment. So here, what is the meaning of encipherment? The meaning of encipherment in the sense, the use of mathematical algorithms to transform data into a form that is not readily intelligible. The meaning of that one is, whenever if you have some original information, we convert that original information into some other form. I already told you in the previous example. Whenever if I have the original information like hi, how are you? Hi, how are you can be converted into some other form like 1, 2, 3. So when I extract the information of 1, 2, 3, then I can got the information what we call hi, how are you? There we convert the original information into some other form by using different types of algorithms, or by using different types of mechanisms. We convert that information into some other form. When we observe the converted information, that information may not be readable by the opponent. For that purpose, we use the encipherment. That is the first one. The next one is digital signatures. Already we know very well about digital signatures. If you want to append the data, or if you want some cryptographic transformation. What is the meaning of cryptographic transformation? In any type of tool, we convert the original information to some other form. So by using that particular tool, we transfer the information from sender to receiver, or from receiver to sender, whatever it is, or a data unit that allows a receipt of the data unit. So some particular data unit, so whatever it is. So that is what we call digital signature. Next one is access control. So already we know very well about access control. The main purpose of access control is access rights to resources. If you want to access any resource, first of all, we need some access rights to access that particular resource. Okay, so that is the access control. Next, data integrity. Already we know very well about data integrity. That is nothing but data correctness. That is a variety of here data integrity in the sense, it is nothing but a variety of mechanisms used to assure the integrity of a data unit or stream of data units. That is, we prevent the some particular data unit, or we prevent the some stream of data units. So here we verify the information with the single piece of information, or we verify the information with the some multiple number of pieces of information. So there we verify the correctness of the data in a single piece or multiple number of pieces, whatever it is. That is what we call data integrity. Next one is authentication exchange. So here it is nothing but a mechanism to ensure the identity of an entity. Here the main purpose of authentication exchange in the sense that can be used to verify the identity of a particular person, or identity of a particular entity when information is exchanged between two parties. That is what we call authentication exchange. And next one is traffic padding. Already we discussed about traffic padding. That is insertion of bits into gaps. When we find out gaps, when we receive the damaged data from source to destination or from destination to source. Okay, we fill that particular gap with the what we call new bits. So that bits what we call padding. Okay, so that is the traffic padding. Next one is routing control. So the main purpose of routing control is it enables the selection of particular physically secure routes from source to destination. So here we need to observe one information. So whenever sender wants to send information from sender to receiver, first of all, sender need to establish some physical secured connection from sender to receiver. I already told you that what we call handshaking protocol. In handshaking protocol, we find out this mechanism. When sender wants to communicate with the receiver, first of all, sender need to establish the physical path from sender to receiver. Okay, then only sender can able to communicate with the receiver. After receiving the information, receiver send the information depends on the availability in the form of acknowledgement. Then this sender can able to establish the some physical path between sender and the receiver. Then only sender can able to communicate with the receiver. Why sender need to use this kind of mechanism? To provide physical security between sender and the receiver, or to send the data in a confidential manner. We use the routing control. So that is the next one. Next one is notarization. Already we know very well about notarization in the sense the use of trusted third party to assure certain properties data exchange between two parties. Sometimes we use some already we know very well about trusted persons. What is the meaning of trusted persons? Trusted person main mechanism is whatever the information exchange between sender and the receiver, that person may not reveal that information to any other person except to sender and the receiver. And the third party is there, but third party may not reveal the information. Here, trusted third party is like opponent. Opponent is different and trusted third party is different. Trusted third party may not reveal the information to any other person, like mediator. Mediator, what type of mediator he is? He is trusted mediator. So that is the notarization. And comes to second security mechanism, that is pervasive. So here also we have different types of concepts. Whereas comes to first one is trusted functionality. What is meant by trusted functionality? Trusted functionality is nothing but establishing the security source and the destination. That is that which is perceived to be correct with respect to some criteria. So whenever sender wants to communicate with the receiver, first of all, sender need to establish some security policy between source and the destination. So here security policy in the sense to transmit that information, sender need to define or need to invent a particular security policy. So depends on that particular policy only sender can able to communicate with the receiver. Okay, so that is the meaning of trusted functionality. Next one is security label. Already we know very well about label is nothing but what we call a data unit. So it will designates the security attributes of that resource. That is, whenever if you define a resource, it will what we call designates information. That is, it will defines the information regarding that particular resource attributes, whatever it is. Okay, so that is what we call security label. Next one is event detection. So here the meaning of event detection in the sense detection of security relevant events. I already told you in security mechanisms, whenever any problem is occurred during the transmission of the information between sender and the receiver, by using the security mechanism, we can able to detect that information. There we find out the failure information, whatever the information exists between source and the destination, or some problematic information occurred between source and the destination. that information should be relevant with the that
సార్ మీ వాయిస్ పూర్తిగా బ్రేక్ అవుతోంది సార్, అసలు వినపడట్లేదు, కట్ అవుతోంది.
so
సార్ లేదు సార్, అసలు పూర్తిగా బ్రేక్ అవుతోంది మీ వాయిస్. కట్ అయిన వాళ్ళు రెస్పాండ్ అయ్యి చెప్పండి సార్కి ఒకసారి.
సార్ వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది సార్. గైస్ నేను చెప్పాను ఆల్రెడీ, అంటే నార్మల్ గ్రూప్ కాదు, ఇప్పుడు అందరూ వేరే గ్రూప్ లో యాడ్ అయి ఉన్నారు, ఎంఎస్సి గ్రూప్ లో కాకుండా. మీకు ఏ డౌట్స్ ఉన్నా అందులో అడగండి, అటెండెన్స్ గురించి కానీ ఏమైనా సరే. ఇప్పుడు జనరల్ గ్రూప్ లో అడిగితే 6 మెంబర్స్ లెక్చరర్స్ ఉన్నారు, మనం వాళ్ళని ప్రాబ్లం పెట్టినట్టు అవుతుంది. ఆల్రెడీ క్లాస్కి అటెండ్ అవ్వని వాళ్ళ గురించి నేను మేడంకి చెప్పాను, మేడం లింక్ యాక్సెస్ అవుతున్నా వాళ్ళకి ఇది అవ్వట్లేదు మేడం అని. మేడం భారతి మేడంని అడిగి చెప్తా అన్నారు అటెండెన్స్ గురించి. మీరు ఏ విషయం మాట్లాడాలన్నా సరే, కంట్రీ ఫ్యూచర్ వెపన్స్ అని ఇంకో గ్రూప్ ఉంది, ఆ గ్రూప్ లో మిమ్మల్ని అందరినీ లక్ష్మీరెడ్డి యాడ్ చేశాడు ఆల్రెడీ. ఒక 2-3 తప్ప మిగతా 42 మెంబర్స్ ఉన్నారు. ఏ ప్రాబ్లం ఉన్నా అందులో మాట్లాడండి, మన క్లాస్ గురించి ఏది అడగాలనుకున్నా సరే అందులో మాట్లాడండి. లేదు నన్నే అడగాలనుకుంటే నా నెంబర్ మీ అందరి దగ్గర ఉంది, నాకు మెసేజ్ చేయండి పర్లేదు. సెకండ్ ఎంఎస్సి గ్రూప్ లో మాత్రం, మెయిన్ గ్రూప్ లో మాత్రం మెసేజ్ చేయొద్దు, ఎందుకంటే దాంట్లో 6 మెంబర్స్ లెక్చరర్స్ ఉన్నారు, అందరు అడ్మిన్సే, హెచ్ఓడి మేడం కూడా ఉన్నారు. సో ప్లీజ్ అదొక్కటి చూసుకోండి ఒకసారి. మీకు ఏమైనా ప్రాబ్లం ఉంటే మాట్లాడండి మైక్ అన్మ్యూట్ చేసి. ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ చాలా మంది నాతో టచ్ లోనే ఉంటారు, లావణ్య, శ్రీలత, మమత, బాయ్స్ లో అజయ్, వీళ్ళందరూ టచ్ లోనే ఉంటారు. సో ఎవరికి ఏం ప్రాబ్లం ఉన్నా చెప్పండి. క్లాస్ ఇంకా అయిందో అవ్వలేదో తెలీదు, నేను ఒకసారి సార్ని కనుక్కొని చెప్తాను.
ఆల్రెడీ వచ్చేసాను లైన్ లోకి. హలో
సార్.
ఓకే ఓకే మా నేను కనపడుతున్నానా?
ఎస్ సార్.
సార్
Okay, okay. So today we discussed about various concepts in cryptography and network security. So mainly we discussed about different types of security mechanisms. So that is, first one is computer security, and second one is network security, and third one is internet security. And then we discussed about 3 different types of aspects we observed in the OSI security architecture. So the first one is security attacks, and second one is security mechanisms, and the third one is what we call security services. So in security attacks, there we have two different types of attacks are there, passive attack and active attack. In security services, there we can able to find out different types of security service are there. So already we discussed about each and everything very briefly. So different types of security services are there. So like authentication, access control, data confidentiality, data integrity, and non-repudiation. And security mechanisms. So there we have different types of security mechanisms are there. Specific security mechanism and pervasive security mechanism. So in specific security mechanism, different types of concepts are there. In pervasive security mechanism, so different types of concepts are there. Okay, so that is the information for today's class. Okay.
sir.
Hello.